house expected here tonight, over 70,000, and the fans still filing into Mercedes-Benz Stadium just west of downtown Atlanta. Tonight we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Chicago Bears and the Atlanta Falcons. On the return, it's Tristan Ebner from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Chicago offense set to get started. Now Fields going to throw on the first play. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. But that's Grady Jarrett who forced his way through to register the sack. How about the defense there trying to set the tone on the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing a tone for this one.
To try again after the sack. Fields, and he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. That'll give him 8 that time. 3rd and 7 now.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that led his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Fields. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Avery Williams deep for Atlanta. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be Falcon football. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready. At their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. He put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And some room to maneuver. Down the left sideline. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Fields. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. Completion here to Claypool. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Fields. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Great Grady Jarrett. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they have, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now a first carry here for Robinson. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. That's over the middle and caught by Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 35. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. DeMarcus Walker coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage. But right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward. And how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Fields. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. Back to throw. Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And they're going to get this up to midfield. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over to the top.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. To throw is Fields. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Mike Hughes came crashing in that time, got the sack.
Well, how about this? A fistful of sacks already. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. What an incredible start for this defense. If they keep this pace up, they could be looking at an all-time performance.
And here's Trenton Gill now. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Out left and hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 14 yards there and a Falcon 1st down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll drop to throw. That nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. It's caught. Smith. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. 30. 10. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to...
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They'll set up to throw. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down, right near the 24. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the 1st down line. And they were able to get him down and force the punt.
Now a man who did his collegiate punting just a couple hours from here in Clemson in South Carolina, Bradley Pinion to kick. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bears take over. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
So the false start will back them up 5. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Now Fields. That's complete to Mooney. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
The Bears on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. Throw left side complete. That's Moore. And he will have the Bears first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
I like the fact that they didn't overcomplicate things on that call. 3rd and 2, just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands, and yes, indeed, they pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields being chased out left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Fields now to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, they were setting up the screen, CD, a lot of free runners, and they got there late, and the penalty ensued.
Yeah, somehow it didn't get into their brains that it was a screen, right? Instead of pulling off and chasing the ball downfield, they kept going towards the quarterback and knocked him down way late. That draws the penalty flag each and every time.
On 1st down, it's Fields. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
To throw again on 2nd down, Fields. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, Herbert. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Right side, Claypool's got it. And the Bears are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Now it's Fields. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields taking it in from 4 yards out. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled. And wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you
Now
just
you
called
can
it.
go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 6. That one to the sideline, and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well. So a mistake there, Charles, from the rookie pass rusher.
And oftentimes when you make the jump from college to the NFL, you have to adjust to the rules. But in this case, the rule's no different than in college. Once the ball's gone, you can't continue on and get your shot in. That's one where you have to have some discipline. And even though he's a rookie, he really should know better.
Back to throw now on 1st down. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And complete to Drake London. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Ritter and London team up there. 1st down, Atlanta.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
But with the scoreboard is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man, it's London. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Here's a screen for Robinson. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. They'll look to throw again. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Escape. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession. Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's second and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a third and goal situation.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose, and boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Back to throw again. Oh, he still makes a catch, even though it was tapped by the linebacker. Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts, as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Bears going to get one more possession in this first half. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it first and 10. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. The Bears going to get one more possession in this first half. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because Those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now back to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Right back to Pitts again. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Starting on the ground with Herbert. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Here's Fields. Buying time to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Fields throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a 1st down on the keeper. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Off play action, Fields. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Fields now to throw. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And the lead will hold at 10.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try and run for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Second and 4. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
2nd and 6. And that is incomplete here.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Another carry for Herbert on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either points, or you can attack them as he did there.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on third down, Fields. They'll set up the screen to Herbert. And this play comes to a hold at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 21. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it. But it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Here's Jones. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. A shotgun snap, Fields. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Foreman. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Grady Jarrett bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight.
This has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a one-touchdown game. That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a one-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second in a couple.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
They'll go option on second down, right side. That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper. Well, with him trailing here in the second half, maybe his legs can try to give this offense a spark.
And that's the benefit of having a young quarterback, right? Having a rookie, a guy who will say, hold it a second, I have a little bit of fearlessness to my game. It isn't working as well the other way. Let's see what I can do to help my team this way. And boy, he did it there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily, fell incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. That's over the middle and caught by Arthega right side. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. First down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
First and 10, it's Patterson. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now Herbert to start. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we've got a tie game here in the fourth. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. But a fumble recovery certainly has put them in the driver's seat. 1st and 10, all tied here in the fourth. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Another carry for Herbert on 2nd down. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
Now, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. One play action. Fields. He'll go right back to Tunyon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Now a 1st down throw. Fields. Forced out to his left. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
From here on, any score could be the winning one, and he is certainly aware of that. Look at the way he locked in on that marker and made a mad scramble to get to it for the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Herbert. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Now Foreman. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. A handoff for Herbert. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On second down, a run with Herbert. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? Herbert once more. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. Santos' kick is up and through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they've managed the clock exactly right.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. So now Ritter and the Falcons down 20-17. 1:15 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. He's back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Back to throw. His throw incomplete. This secondary as a unit, they worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Back to throw. London, now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. He'll look to throw. Got a man, it's London. Well, this fan base on the losing side, Charles, they're going to be talking about this one for a while. They ultimately decided to try to come up with a touchdown on that last play when all they needed was the field goal to force overtime.
Yeah, and the reasoning behind it, that's what we're all waiting to hear, because sometimes there's things that we don't see on the surface. Did the coach feel like, if he tied the game, they couldn't go any farther, they had too many injuries? I'm not sure what was going on there, but I'm with you. I'm stunned they didn't try and kick the field goal there.